Hello, this is BALLASAFC on another One East 2 online game. It's turn 10. We're going to do the air bit followed by Army Group North. Hopefully I'll complete the encirclement of Leningrad. That Talon fortress still causes a headache. For some reason I just can't seem to take it. It's doing me head in. And so let's get straight into it. Let's have a look, see.
I think it was good for him to admit the truth. Fiona said that he's doing much better. That's thanks to you.
It was an accident. He's just a kid. Yeah, I shouldn't have had to go through something like that.
Neither should you. What happened to Maya? That wasn't your fault.
Well, I wish I believed that. Good work.
How do you play this? Like something? I know you do.
I found out last night that your son takes his video games very seriously.
Yes, he does.
So I suggest you come help me with breakfast instead. Especially since I know you take maple cured bacon very seriously.
Okay, now you're talking my language.
So, I'm about to pass you. Hey!
I thought you needed help.
I do need your help, Fee. I need you to tell me the truth.
What do you mean?
There's another reason why Tony didn't come here with the guys. It's got nothing to do with Plum, does it?
You know, Tony, she has reasons for everything.
Chris told me the way he and Tony got out of the police station was through an FBI agent. Did you know that?
He would say, didn't want to drag you into it.
I'm sorry for what you did. I know I haven't been around much, but I'm still Janice's father, and I deserve to know what's going on.
parts on my bed, but the rest should fall into place. Need that for Maya's family to go through. Let's grab a beer or something. Or even dinner.
So look,
That's a location tracker.
Cortez was a controlling son of a bitch. You were tracking Maya the whole time.
That's how Kamdar found Maya. This wasn't your fault.
Look, Rousseau, I'm sorry I've been such a...
People look for someone to blame when they're grieving. Now you know you're not to blame. Neither are any of our agents. So let's take the bastard down.
How'd it go?
I gave everything to Garrett except one thing.
What's that?
Nadia might be in deeper with Kamdar than you thought.
What do you mean?
Did you know they were married?
What are you talking about?
That's a marriage certificate for Robert and Nadia Kamdar. Luca needs to leave. My family needs to leave. But there's no way to put him down without her going down. I'm sorry.
surgery to enjoy more time with my children.
I did it to help improve my type 2 diabetes.
I did it to enjoy long walks and to feel more healthy.
I did it to finally enjoy holidays.
I did it.
People nationwide get their lives back. Inquire today for a free consultation.
What's it like having Sky TV? It was great. Feels like when the train door stopped, but right where you're standing. Then you actually get a seat. And it's one of these. Then the train gets diverted to Mallorca. And you hear this music from this bonkers dance floor. Anyhow, Sky TV for the believe it better.
Did you know that simply factoring brokers have helped us get finance to pay off all our outstanding income?
He's doing it again, look.
Yeah, third time this week.
Still, he is not wrong. Considering our options was a complete minefield. Simply factoring has made it both easy and transparent.
I knew this was going to happen. It's a factoring service that's so good, it makes you want to break the fourth wall.
Here at Gold Reserve Jewellers, we buy and sell gold and silver jewellery. We believe it's best to sell your jewellery face to face, so we can answer any questions you might have about the items you are selling. Our friendly and expert staff can help make that process really easy. Our customers hear about their plans for spending all that extra cash. So call down to Gold Reserve Jewelers for a fast and friendly...
At City Moves, we pride ourselves on providing a seamless experience, making your move as easy as possible. Whether it's a box or a whole house, we'll move you locally and worldwide, domestic and commercial. Our moves are so smooth, people think we use magic. Contact us today and experience the enchantment of a stress-free move.
Did you know that atrial fibrillation increases heart from home with Cardio Mobile?
It's something that is so simple. I can carry it with me all the time.
You can take an ECG in just 30 seconds, anytime, anywhere. Cardio Mobile is the CE marked personal ECG device that can detect atrial fibrillation using your smartphone.
This is one of the silent killers, atrial fibrillation. It's the most common heart rhythm problem in the world.
Find out more at cardiomobile.co.uk.
Tonight, the Labour government is well underway with its net zero agenda. Ed Miliband orders an immediate ban on new drilling in the North Sea. Sat down with the Prime Minister today, and he discussed everything from relations with Europe to overhauling the planning system. GB News' polling has revealed which Tory leader voters would like to see for the next election. I'll be joined by my panel, Labour activist Susie Stride and Daily Telegraph. News.com, but now it's what you've all been waiting for, the News Bulletin with Sam Francis.
Just after 8 o'clock, and the top story tonight is the police are the same family. He is currently 26-year-old was found near a cemetery in North London yesterday after a major manhunt. Earlier in Enfield, police were seen retrieving what appeared to be 2 hard drives and bags of documents from a house connected to their investigation. A crossbow is also understood to have been recovered as part of their search. Well, Carl Clifford is wanted for the deaths of Carol Hunt, the wife of BBC commentator John Hunt, and 2 of their daughters. In Bristol, a taxi has been seized as part of another urgent manhunt after 2 suitcases containing human remains were found on the city's Clifton Suspension Bridge. Officers have now released a description of their main suspect, who travelled to the bridge by taxi last night and left the luggage. If you're watching on television, you can see there the pictures of that suspect. He has a beard, he's dressed in black and wearing a backpack. Officers were called last night to reports of the man acting suspiciously, caught on CCTV. They now say they're urgently working to find him. The bridge does now remain closed while specialist investigators scour the scene, and an investigation is underway to identify the remains. Double charge will no longer be held in public. That's after new allegations have emerged. He was jailed for life for the rape and murder of 2 15-year-old girls in Leicester in the 80s. The hearing was due to take place this week, but has been adjourned with the parole board saying there have been fresh, relatively recent allegations relating to the risk that he poses. In other news, the Prime Minister has brushed off concerns that his plans to release prisoners early to ease overcrowding would be a crime in the country. To free inmates after serving just 40% of sentences. It's expected Sir Keir Starmer will authorise the emergency measures this week, but it comes after he said he was shocked at the levels of overcrowding in prisons, admitting it was worse than he first thought. Joe Biden is due to hold a rare news conference later tonight as the US President address is the kind of event he needs to pull off if he's to hold on to support after a shaky debate performance against his rival Donald Trump. Yesterday, he lost the backing of another Hollywood actor, George Clooney. The Prime Minister thinks the President...
Covered all 4 years, no problem. Well, look, he was on very good form, and I was very pleased to have that opportunity to discuss it with him. And not least, which is very important to him, and very important to me.
And one last story for you. Water companies in England and Wales say that planned bill rises will Ofwat approved annual average prices of £18 per household, but that's a third less than water firms have requested. Those are the latest GB News headlines for now. I'm Sam Francis. Another update for you at 9 o'clock.
For the very latest GB News Direct, scanning the QR code or go to gbnews.com/alerts.
Welcome back to State of the Nation. The sound of a Scottish origin. The Labour Party destroying the UK's energy independence. We now look forward to lining the pockets of overseas dictators, job disintegrating and increasing energy bills for the British people. Today, former Labour leader Ed Miliband, now Energy Secretary, ordered an immediate ban on new North Sea drilling for oil and gas. About the fact that we have cut carbon emissions by more than half. Foolishness as the Labour Party and Green Lobby more security. This has hit the economy. A quick search on the National Grid dashboard shows over a third of our energy is imported, the majority of which comes from fossil fuels. In other words, we have given the appearance of cutting emissions. It's difficult to believe that as recently as the 1990s, the UK was a net exporter of energy. We were energy independent, but now we are net importers. And this will only get worse under Labour and its fanatical plans to ban drilling. Today's decision represents a boost to overseas dictators who will take full advantage of our reliance on the UK, along with Denmark and Germany, has the most expensive electricity bills in the world. What we all have in common is a strong reliance on unreliable green energy. As a result, we have sluggish growth. Meanwhile, all of these economies are willing to use fossil fuels. One of the great failures of successive Conservative governments was not to roll back the green agenda. As a result, we have paved the way for Labour to set in stone a destiny of high energy bills, deindustrialisation, the loss of jobs, and energy insecurity. We should not be banning drilling in the North Sea, rather we should start fracking onshore to improve the wealth of the nation. As ever, let me know your views, mailmog@gbnews.com, but I'm delighted to be joined now by Tim Crossland, environmental lawyer and campaigner for Defend Our Juries. Well, on Defend Our Juries, I think I agree with you completely, but that unfortunately is not what we're talking about today. We've got these resources. We're going to be using oil and gas.
Let's start with a point of agreement. So I idea that the UK has decoupled economic growth from carbon emissions is a fallacy. As you say, global emissions continue to rise. The reality is the UK is a service sector economy, so we import a lot of embedded carbon from China and elsewhere, and that's the real story. So there's a real deception in that narrative. And I also agree, if you look at the evidence, if you look at global economic growth since 1750 and the start of the Industrial Revolution, it goes up more or less in lockstep with carbon emissions. So just applying sort of common sense to that, the thought that we can slash carbon emissions without any impact on economic growth looks implausible. And it's still 80% of the base energy of the global economy. So I think people are right to look at that and to consider the implications. There is another side which is just as you see carbon emissions and economic growth going up in lockstep, if you look at the evidence, you also see global temperature going up in lockstep. The sad and sometimes painful thing is that both of those are true, and it's very rare to have a conversation where both of those things are being acknowledged. What tends to happen is one side focuses on one side of the equation, the other on the other, because none of us really want to admit we can't see a way out.
Is there a way out? You see, I wonder if a technological solution which we found before, if you think of the evolution of energy policy, our cheap energy started with burning wood, then we found coal,